What's up, guys? What's going on? Happy Thursdays. Wow. So the market is down across the board today. NASDAQ down 3.7%. S&P 500 down 2.4%. Dow down about 1.5%. Jesus. Crazy. Check out the market bubble. T-Mobile was up a lot today. Huge gapped up. DXC was also up a lot. Facebook down 25%, 26%. Holy smokes. Have never seen a big cap down that much. Google starting their reversals to the downside. Things are looking ugly. Let's check out earnings today. We've got Amazon, Ford, Snapchat, Pinterest, Unity, Skyworks, Skechers, GoPros. Here we go. Wow. Look at Amazon. Did they do it? Amazon getting lit, baby. Yes, sir. What's going on, guys? What's up? So Amazon Q4 earnings per share is 27.75. They said it's up from 14.09. Really great quarter, making amazing money. Q4 sales is 137.4 billion as opposed to 137.6. Q1 sales is going to be between 112 bill to 117 billion as opposed to 120. So another weak guidance coming up, they said. Skyworks also reported as well. Earnings per share is $3.14, beat estimate of $3.12. Sales is $1.51 as opposed to $1.50. This is a 6% decrease compared to the same period last year. And sales is about the same as last year. Expo also reporting. No real change. 38 cents as opposed to 35. 113.5 mil as opposed to 110. Not much going on there. Skyworks also provided guidance for Q2. They said they're going to be making about $2.62 as opposed to $2.60. Sales is going to be 1.3 to 1.36 as opposed to 1.32. Amazon earning typo? Not sure. Let me see. What do we think about Activision earnings? I don't think it's going to matter much whether they beat or miss because Activision is already being acquired by Microsoft. So it's probably going to stay within the $1 to $2 range. I would be really, really shocked for them to drop even further. I think they could actually only go up from here. Unless the deal doesn't go through. So fourth quarter results, they said net sales actually increased. Operating income decreased to 3.5 billion in the fourth quarter compared with 6.9 billion in the previous quarter. Wow, so they actually had a good beat there. Net income increased to 14.3 billion or $27 per diluted share. So that was better than the previous quarter at 14. I knew it. I said this last night too. So it says 2021 net income include a pre-tax valuation gain of 11.8 billion from the common stock investment in Rivian Automotive. Omar with the puns here. Amazon told Google, here, hold my package. So year over year results, net sales increased 22%. Operating income increased by 2 billion, increased by 2 billion on a full year basis. And then net income increased 33 billion compared with 21.3. So doing better than 2020 for 2021. Stock split. Stock split. Stock split. Stock split. What's up? What's up, Chris? What's going on? Mario? I guess they did be pretty good. I mean, like, meh. Stock split. Stock split. Yeah, the numbers over here looks pretty insane. But guidance is still pretty weak though. They're just talking about all the other things they're doing. I'm just trying to see if they say anything about stock split. Amazon announced a collaboration with Lockheed Martin and Cisco that will send Alexa into space. Ooh. And this is gonna do one of the first of several NASA missions that will land the first woman and the first person of color on the moon. Nice, nice. Why don't you guys just land like an animal on the moon too? Land the whole thing, man. Get a cat, a dog. Get the first dog on the moon, bro. Has a dog ever been on the moon? Have a dog? Has anybody ever sent a dog to the moon before? Make it happen, Amazon. Make it happen. Send an elephant to the moon while you're at it. Jeff Bozo. Indeed. Indeed. Oh, really? That's pretty cool. Wow, Amazon is launching so many things. Oh yeah, I remember reading about this. This is actually really scary. So Amazon announced the Amazon Sidewalk Bridge Pro by Ring, and which will bring professional grade device connectivity to even more places, including commercial centers, parks, university, and wilderness areas. Along with the announcement, Amazon will launch 2 pilot programs. The first pilot, with Arizona State University, will focus on extending the range of connectivity for the university's on-campus thing of Internet of Things, including sunlight sensor, temperature, CO2, blah blah blah, and all that things. But pretty much at some point later on in the future, Amazon will see everything, bro. It will be like that movie with Will Smith, I think. Like, what was that? Something about state. something like that, where like the government was hunting this guy and the CIA has like all the information on them, things like that. It's not iRobot. It's like a super old movie. Enemy of the State. That's right. Good one. Good one. My man. So pretty much Amazon's gonna be like that. They have their Ring camera that's gonna record everything, and they can map the whole street out with it. It's kind of crazy, man. They talk about, gaining significant customers in the AWS side as well. This morning though, I did thought of something kind of funny, because I remember during the Apple earnings, like the day of Apple earnings, Apple announced some random news that day, and then this morning, Amazon also announced some random news. They said, "Oh, Best Buy said they're partnering with us, blah blah blah." Like, I mean, I don't even like that company, Best Buy, but it was just some random news they decided to release this morning out of nowhere. AWS gonna have a private 5G network? There's so much things, I can't even read them all, man. Jesus. Next thing you know, Amazon's gonna be the government. Amazon launched a Make Every Day Better for Employees, a new mechanism to help keep employees up to date on changes the company is making based on employees' feedbacks. And so you'd be working so hard at Amazon that you won't even have time to do it. Alright, here's the guidance. First quarter 2022 guidance. Net sales are expected to be between 112 to 117 billion, or to grow between 3% and 8% compared with the first quarter of 2021. The guidance anticipate unfavorable impact of approximately 150 basis points from foreign exchange rates. Operating income is expected to be between 3 and 6 billion compared with 8.9 in the first quarter of 2021. This guidance includes approximately 1 billion lower depreciation expense due to increase in the estimated useful life of our servers and networking equipment beginning January 1st, 2022. This guidance assumes, among other things, that no additional business acquisitions. Ooh. Why did they say that this time? Are they planning to acquire somebody? I wonder if they always. I don't think I definitely don't remember reading this in the other ones. But so pretty much it says this guidance assumes that, among other things, that no additional business acquisitions, restructuring, or legal settlements are concluded. Interesting. No stock split though. Dang. Why? All right, let's look at some of the other earnings. Oh, Ford also came out today. Oh, big miss by Ford. Down 6%. Earnings per share is 26 cents as opposed to 45 cents. Sales was 37.7 billion as opposed to 35.52. 23% decrease compared to EPS of last year. A year ago was $11. 13% increase in sales compared to last year. A year ago, stock was trading at $11. Was there guidance? Is Amazon really carrying the market though? Did Pinterest report it? Pinterest also reported it's up 20%. Wow. Wow. Earnings per share is 49 cents as opposed to 45 cents. Sales is 847 million as opposed to 827. 13% increase compared to the same period last year, and 20% increase in sales compared to the same period last year for Pinterest. Last year, the company was trading around $80. It is now trading at $29. So it's just like coming back to yesterday's prices. Stock split. Stock split. Oh wow. Pinterest has an AR for try on for home decors. Oh, actually, it's just probably the camera app. That's nothing new. Everybody has AR now. No split. Q4 global monthly active user decreased 6%. Q1 revenue growing in high teen percentage year over year. Sees operating expense growing 10% year over year. Meh. Nothing crazy there. GoPro also reporting today. EPS 41 cents as opposed to 35 cents. Sales is 390 mil as opposed to 380. 2. Stock buyback 100 mil. What's the market cap? 7%. Wow, Snapchat up 40%. I gotta check that out. Nobody used Pinterest. For real, I want a stock split for every ER. You get a split. You get a split. No, actually, believe it or not, stock splits are actually only supposed to happen when the company has really, really good earnings. Like when it's only supposed to happen when the company has like a blowout quarter. And the reason behind that is because if you're gonna split your stock, right, you're essentially giving people an opportunity to sell, and you're like opening up, like you're converting like one share to like a lot of shares, right? So if you're converting one shares to a lot of shares, for your shareholders, you at the same time want your original shareholders to be holding positions, right? And you want to acquire a new shareholder at the same time. But in order to really achieve that, in order to do that, the stock has to be attractive, in the first place, right? So in order for the stock to be attractive for people that will want to own it, then you would have to have a really phenomenal earnings and a reasonably good guidance as well for in order for you to split, so that when you're splitting the stock, you'll know that people aren't going to sell off your stocks. So that's why it's supposed to have really good earnings before they want to split. So like if things are gonna get really, really bad, then you actually don't want to, like, if you're having a like horrible quarter, or you're just having like a barely good quarter, you don't want to be splitting then. Why is Amazon running so hard? I think it's just probably because it's so oversold at this point. I thought Pinterest was going to dump again. Many insiders selling earlier this year. This market is so unpredictable. I think it's so hard to see that social media company dropping because they already got so beat up yesterday that it's like, man, how much more punishment can they get, right? Like to see them get more punishment today would be like kicking somebody when they're down. On January 27, GoPro's board director authorized the company to repurchase 100 million shares. Is GoPro even good still? Alright, let me check out Snapchat. Wait, where is Amazon running to? Oh my god. Snapchat really be running 40%. And it's only up $10. What was it? What was that yesterday? $31? Day before that was 34 at open. Go, Amazon, go! Wait. Hold up. What do I have for Amazon? Dang. I'm not gonna make money unless Amazon hits 4,000. Never mind. But go, Amazon, go! Save the market. Save my ETF position. Yeah, not gonna lie, I was pretty beat up yesterday when Facebook dropped because I opened up like the Fang stock ETFs, and my Fang stock ETF was gonna get beat up. Actually, surprisingly, it didn't get beat up today, but I thought I was gonna get beat up. You know, I think I have XLC as well, which is a communication ETF, and that had a big position of Google in it with Facebook and Amazon as well. So if like if the whole QQQ and tech sector was gonna be ugly, then that ETF was just gonna die. Yo, market is so crazy now. Clorox actually missed earnings. They dropped a lot. Why couldn't the other company drop that day, man? Why couldn't Colgate drop like this? Earnings per share 66 cents. Miss estimate of 84 cents. Sales is 1.47 as opposed to 1.66. 67% decrease compared to the same period last year, and 7% decrease. Down 12%. Is it at pre-COVID? Yo, it's at pre-COVID levels, man. It's down so much. It's almost at. I think the next support is like around 140 something. Let me pull up. Let me pull up the support for Clorox. I got you. We'll take a look at Unity. Let me take a look at Clorox support real quick. Oh. I think next support is at 145. Let's see if Clorox will make this move. All right, let's check out Unity. Oh, Activision reported as well. No guidance, obviously, because they're being bought out. Stock split. Stock split. Where's Unity? Yeah, I don't see Unity. Oh, I gotta make this phone call. I'll be back in a minute, guys. Hey, friend, how you doing? No, bye. Take care. Bye. Oh, I'm back. Had to go to the door for a second. What's up? All right, Unity company delivered 1.1 billion in revenue in 2021, up 44% year over year, exceeding guidance. Guides to a range of 33 to 36% revenue growth in 2022. So slowing down a little bit. Fourth quarter revenue, which is up 43%. Additionally, the company announced a full year 2021 revenue of 1.1 billion, a growth of 44% year over year. So last year's growth was 44%. Next year's growth is going to be about 34%. Stock split. Stock split. Strategic acquisition. Nothing crazy here. It says it's up 16%. How's the company trading from IPO price? IPO was at $64. It was landing at a major support today around 93. We're up a little bit, up $14, $15, up 16%. Let's see. Say like 64 times 1.4, around $89. We're still growing pretty far from like stock price. I still think Unity is actually pretty overvalued as a company because they're still trading so far away. Like the tangible book value per share is $4. Price to sales is 28x, which is really high. I think that might even be higher than Tesla, man. Let me see, what is Tesla's price to sale? Yo, Unity's price to sale is even higher than Tesla. Tesla's like 22. Just to give into like perspective, AMD's price to sale is like 9x. Tesla won't grow much. Are you crazy, man? Tesla growing like, I think they're growing, what was that, 50% next year or something? You know, whereas like, yeah, man, look, Unity says they're only gonna grow at 30 something percent next year. Tesla's gonna grow more than that. I'm guaranteeing you Tesla's gonna grow more than 30% next year. No way, bro. Wait, was there a typo in the number? I mean, yeah, that's true. We were just comparing one overvalued stock to another overvalued stock before. I probably buy after split, honestly. Not too crazy about owning Google. I don't know. Google has never been a company that I sat there and I thought about like owning. I don't know. What do you guys think? How do you guys feel? Yo, actually, no, I know how you guys feel, because we had this stock survey a while back, right? And a lot of you guys said, like, I don't even think one person mentioned Google on this. Look at this. Pretty sure. Oh, actually, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. One person mentioned Google. We got two Google here. Two Google. Three Google. We got three. Three, man. But even then, that's not that crazy. The most popular ticker that got mentioned was Apple. I think Apple had 14 mentions, right? Tesla was probably like 12 mentions. Google was only 3 or 4 mentions. So I don't think like people are gonna be as excited for Google as they would be for like Amazon, Tesla, or Apple. Let me see. What is Amazon in terms of mention? Only one? No way. Oh, it was you? I sold my Alphabet at 3K after earning pop. I'll probably repurchase at some point. Same, I agree. Hail Amazon. Isn't it highly probable that Google will probably run up a bit before the split? Oh yeah, for sure. The probability is very, very high. I said it before. Like I'm usually generally very bullish on stock splits. I really like that when companies do stock splits, because it brings a lot of interest and a lot of opportunity to own the stock. But the thing that I didn't like about the Google stock split is that they chose to do it so far away in July. Like, yo, we're in February, right? And it's gonna do it in July. So I think because the time is gonna be so far away, um, it's like this, right? It's like this. Imagine, um, imagine you have an opportunity to go to a gourmet burger shop, or you have an opportunity to go to McDonald's, right? Like there's like, like that gourmet burger shop is going to be way more popular for sure because there's only one of them, right? Whereas McDonald's, there's like a bunch of them, you know, there you can go to Medano anytime, anywhere. There's so much supply of that, whereas that gourmet burger place is limited supply. So in this time frame wise, if Google is doing it so far away, there's so much time between now to July that people can acquire a share and still cash that split. Whereas if they had done it next month, or like in 60 days, 2 months away, then everybody would try to squeeze in, right? People would try to cram themselves for that trade, but when it's that far out, it's it's not going to be a higher amount of buyer coming in at once. It's going to be like way slower amount of like buyers coming in. So I mean, that's what I think. I could be wrong, who knows. And then and there's also, like, I know from my own perspective, it's also really really hard for me to make a play for Google as well, because like naturally, if this was anything else, right? If this was any other stock, and they announced the earning, and they announced the split like a 1 to 2 months away, then even if I don't have a lot of funds available, I can still make a option spread position to play that, right? Or I can even lotto a straight options position to play it, right? But because it's so far away, for me to set up a position, for me to set up an options position to play it is extremely, extremely hard, because look, I have no clue what's gonna happen. So for me to sit here and go like, oh, let's see, let's look at the trajectory of Google. Um, like I don't even know how I would calculate that, because let's say it was trading at like 2700s or something, and it hit 3000 after the split, right? Let me see, what's that split sheet? So let's say, like, best case scenario, we hit 3300 or 3500, right? Best case scenario, we hit 3300 or 3500. I would have to go and look for a option like in July, right? July 15, 3300 or 3500. Like, let's say I'm extremely bullish, I want to like take a hit at 3500. It's gonna cost me about $6,000 per contract, and by the time it hits, by the time we get to that $3,500 area, if it hits there in July, I might not even make money, man. I mean, not that I might not even make money. I would barely be able to make more than 100%. It would have to hit there like within the next 2 months to really make money. Any further than that, you really wouldn't really make that much money at all. So that's why it's not that crazy. Personally, I bought ETFs that held Google for the run up. So I picked up things like, like you can pick up XLC, which is a communication ETF, or you can pick up VCLO. So this is the cloud disruption ETF. So you can pick up either of those if you're like low on cash funds, and you want to find a cheaper way to own the basket of like stocks. Oh, we also got the survey that came out that Young Bo posted here. So if you guys have a chance, please help us out with this survey. Let us know how we can help you better for January 22 Xtrades feedback. Double post. So choose which analyst that helped you out the most, whether it was like Remy or me or JTW or Guru or Moonshot, Alexander, Time Hawk, Swing Jam, Sprout, Wags, Skep, Preston, Hydra, or Kevin or Taylor. Pick the people that helped you out the most. We really appreciate that. And then same thing with the top trader, Big T, Angelic, Young Bo, KJ, whatever, Carl, Iggy, Byron, and so on. You guys get the gif. Who do you want to see on this platform? You know, let's get shirtless. What kind of trade made you the most money in January? Ooh, that's a good question. Options trays? Swings? Lottos? Butterflies? Stratos? Strangles? Cover calls? No calendars on here? Why don't we just say spreads in generals? Netcat's a long-term investment. If you'd like to expand further on the kind of trades that made you the most money in January, please include it here. On the scale 1 to 5, how would you rate the quality of our alerts? Straight up fire. This is probably really important. Really appreciate if you guys have a chance to talk about that here. You know, what do you think we need improvements on, and where do we fall short? And then this is the best part. You guys all have a chance to get some free money. You know, put your username here, and you have a chance to win $50. That's it. What's up, Buzzer? Do you use strangles for earnings when the expected move is this why? It depends. It depends on whether I'm doing the DGen account or whether I'm doing my own account. Personally, I used to do strangles a lot. Like if I think there's an outsized move that's about to occur, then I would strangle it. You know, I would go really far out on the strike, right? So, for example, if you're looking for I don't know, let's say Facebook, right? Say if you're using the bands and you're playing Facebook, and you're looking for the outsized move, right? So the outsized move would mean that it would have to break outside of the Bollinger Bands, right? So the bands is over here at 298 already, and you know, yesterday we were trading at, where were we trading yesterday? Oh, yesterday we were trading around 320s, right? So it's already like the band was like 297. The top of the band was 360, 366. So if you were going long, you could open you could open a strangle on both sides, right? The bottom side would be 300s, you know, because that's the band, that's where the band is on that side. So if it breaks outside the band, you would profit, right? And then the top part of that would be you know, it would be plus $20 from that strike over here, or plus the difference between, you know, 300 to that strike here. So it's about $26. So then you would take 325 plus 26, so it'd be about 350 and something. So then the outsized move would have been from here or here, right? So anything that's past this range, you would have made money. So like in Facebook's case, you would have made money. If it gone like way crazier up to like 380s, you would have made money. So that's doing straight strangles on puts and calls. That's one way to play it. The other way, where we're doing spreads, is very hard to like. Doing spreads, you actually want to calculate the outsized move well. So if you're not able to calculate it well and it makes a bigger move than expected, then you'll actually lose money. Hope that helps. What is your opinion on the convo going on Discord at the moment about the EC in 40 minutes? No doubt they'll be asked about the Rivian shares price when the earnings were done, right? Like $40 lower now, I believe. Oh yeah, we talked about this already. The share price is going to be based on, you know, when the earnings was when the quarter closed in December, right? So obviously the share price at that time was $60. We know that Amazon got the Rivian shares at around less than $50 pre-IPO price. So they have 100% realized gain. They originally have about 20% stake in it, and I think now they only have like 18% stake, which means they probably sold a little bit. So it really depends on how the market perceived that. I know sometimes we had that issue with Square and PayPal, where the quarter they closed at the quarter they would close Bitcoin at a certain price, but then the real price of Bitcoin was at a whole different price. And so far, only the price that the quarter closed at makes sense, or it counted. It I don't think it's gonna I don't think it's gonna swing it that much. I think you can only pick about 5. Yes, he did. Wow, congratulations, man. Good job. Fortune favors the bow. Yeah, check it out. Check out the band strategy I was talking about. There are some quarters where like I have turned like $5,000 to $10,000 to 60 plus thousand, just doing that. But you need a lot of fun to do it. So like you have to trade with at least $5,000 to $10,000 to be able to do it. Because you have to pick like you have to pick the you have to get lucky enough that one of them will make a big move out of nowhere. And then the other strategy I used to do with that was that, like, if let's say, remember when Tesla was reporting earnings, like instead of playing Tesla, I would play Lucid on the same concept, using the same concept, applying it, and I would play Lucid because Tesla would be way too expensive to play. So like for something like Facebook, you could essentially play like Twitter, or you could have essentially play Snapchat, looking for that same move. Let's check out Skechers. Skechers had a pretty good earning as well. Let's see. Oh, damn. Oh, this is gonna be hella bullish for Skechers. That's it. That's it, bro. It's over. So Skechers announced a record fourth quarter and annual sales. Stock split. Stock split. Fourth quarter highlight: sales of 1.65 billion, a year-over-year increase of 24.4%. Direct-to-consumer sales grew 30%. International sales grew 30%. Earnings per share of 256. And they did a stock buyback. So they said they're trying to target their goal of hitting $10 billion in sales. That's gonna be soon. They're already pulling like 6 to 7. Yeah, 6.29. So they think by 2026 they're gonna achieve 10 billion in sales. That's a long time, man. 4 more years later. I mean, right now is at 6.28 times 1.25 times 1.25. So that's already 2 years. And then times 1.25 again. That's 3 years. So what that means is that they think they're gonna achieve it in 4 years instead of 3 years, which means they're gonna have some stagnant years coming up. So next quarter, they said they're gonna make about 70 cents to 75 cents. Sales is 1.67 to 1.72 as opposed to 1.59. Full year 22 is 2.7 to 2.9 as opposed to 3. Sales is 7 to 7.2 as opposed to 6.91. So they know for 22, they think they're gonna make good money, but probably inflationary pressure as well. That's it for Skechers earnings. So it looks like this one might play out for us. What's up, though, boy? How you doing? Very nice. This per Amazon. I don't think so, man. I don't know. I mean, it would be nice, but obviously my account would appreciate it if it does a split, because I am ready for a split, but I don't think they're gonna do it, because if they're gonna do it, they would probably already announced it. Because usually things like that, they need shareholder approvals, and whatever they do with the shareholder approval and stuff, they would have put in the earnings report. So wishful thinking, brother. Wishful thinking, man. So it looks like Skechers gonna pay. Let's see how that semiconductor company we were looking at earlier did. Why? If Amazon announced a split, you can still get in. Why would you be angry? Oof, Skywork got beat up. So Skyworks reported Q1 2022 revenue delivers record revenue of 1.5 billion, up 15%. EPS 2.4, generated record Q1 operating cash flow of 581 million, guides to double-digit year-over-year revenue and earnings growth in Q2 2022. A lot of business highlights. A lot of partnerships. It looks good year-over-year numbers. Yeah, I'm not worried though because the lotto that we have for Skyworks Solutions is pretty far out in like it's pretty far out to like almost the end of the month. So we still got a whole month for the stock to reverse and for the semiconductor sector to like, you know, do a whole like, you know, 180. Indeed, Kip. How you doing? I think XLU and XLE we act differently regardless of what happened with Amazon. Let me look at Skechers again. So if Skechers can get over this $46 area, 48 is probably in the works for them. Oh, hey, what's up? Going on, Elroy? Sorry, our Twitch thing wasn't we don't have like Streamlabs on Twitch, so when you donate bits, it doesn't show up. Oh wow. Portfolio down like 4%. How come? Believe it or not, I was actually pretty positive today. Didn't have to worry that much. Amazon is still holding on pretty good. Let me see. Let's look at the chart. Oh, wow. What the hell? Yo, we just rallied back to the same resistance that we've been hitting all day. Ugh. I don't like that, man. I had so much downside in my report today that QQQ has a hit to the upside. Cost like 8,000 bananas. That's smart. Good move. Yeah, so much, like when you say so much downside, you mean like you got a lot of puts in your portfolio today? Oh, small cap has been rough, bro. Sorry to hear that. And I think one of the reasons small cap has been rough is because a lot of the small caps just got absolutely like scam, right? A lot of the company in the Russells now are like new IPOs and things like that, and I think maybe some SPACs in there as well. And a lot of the SPACs has not been that great. So because of that, they're like because of that, the Russell is just sacked with like really really like it's like if it was a baseball team, it would just be like all like it would be like the team league, man. Pretty much it'd just be like all young players. They're either gonna be really good or really bad. Hell, maybe like if there was a baseball team, it would be like the Asian baseball team. Everybody's like mad prone to injuries and things like that. Just not gonna perform well, and not even discriminating, man. Just for real, just the performance different. AMC, you picked up a call. Did you pick it up at $15 level? Oh, it hit 1466 today. I hope that plays out. It should play out. It's a major support level. Tons of puts on Apple and Microsoft. I could understand the Apple put, but why Microsoft? For reals. Down 25% last week. Nothing went right. What came back this week? Hey, I'm glad we can help. That makes sense. Because I like the Apple short because Apple was getting pretty it was getting pretty overbought, right, to a level. But Microsoft, I feel like it's been pretty iffy. It's been pretty beat up. So I don't really expect them to make much of a move. Maybe they'll do the same move that CRM did. So SPY is really interesting here. I think markets just close on ES as well because it's 5 p.m. They usually close, but they're closing at a really really interesting area. So if you look at my yellow MOB line here, this was one of the areas we tested this morning at 750 prior to the market open. We dropped right 9:30 market open again. We had that dead cat bounce that we were talking about on podcast. So, we're looking for a slight dead cat bounce a little bit to for us to exit some positions. And then that happened, right? That bounce around 10. The bounce happened around 10 to 11. We had that dead cat bounce a little bit there. And then we just kind of, dropped all day on this downtrend path. So, you can almost kind of see it like that, this downtrend pattern, right? So we were on the shorter time frame, an intraday time frame. We're just going, downtrend like this. So if this keep going, it would just be like that, but if it breaks out from here, we could see recovery. We could potentially see recovery. So that's on the shorter time frame. We look like we were about to touch this 446 area that oh wow, what the hell? Did we touch that? 4462. Damn. I think I said that this morning too. I said it this morning as well. So you guys look in the podcast channel. This was the area I was looking at, 4460s. Missed it by 2 points, man. Dang. So that was an area I was looking for us to touch and potentially hold. So now that we're holding that area, we might be able to chop a little bit more. I'm not sure if we'll break out of it though. I still expect us to chop, but if we break out of it, we could potentially be minor like bullish. Hey, even a blind squirrel find a nut sometimes, man. Yeah, I dislike shorting Microsoft too, honestly. Oh, the Microsoft play we have. I mean, we played it both sides, so it was bi-directional. You think we'll break upwards or downward? Let's check out NQ. NQ pattern isn't as good. Oh wow, wait. NQ also hit a support. Hold up. Look at this. So I don't even watch NQ a lot because it's the Nasdaq 100. It's not something I really trade. I don't trade the Qs as much either, so that's why I naturally don't watch it. But I do go on and I draw lines here and there and stuff. So this just happened to be the line that we had a drop from in July 19th, 2021. Okay, July 19th. So that's also the date that Google is gonna split. Yo, I could make like a BS mathematical like video right now. July 19th, right? And this was another area zone where we kind of bounced on October 4th. I think October was also another stock split area too, by the way. Could be wrong. Could be just pure BS here. But we were hitting that same area again today on February 3rd, February 2022. And I mean, we had it before also, but we broke under it. It was like a hell no truth. Yeah, it didn't really hold any truth last time we hit it. We had a minor bounce, and then we just completely lost it, back tested, downward, back test again, fail, and then attempt to back test here, fail a little bit, and then just boom, just burst through it. So now we're breaking through it. We went over it. We're back testing it. Now this is a bullish. If you understand technicals, this is a bullish thing, right? Back testing it. So it's like I'll tell you why it's bullish. If you were playing a video game, right? Think of it like playing a video game. If you like, this is like you starting at level 1, right? You going over here is you finish level 1. This level is like level 2, right? So once you get past that, you're in level 2. The game automatically saves you at level 2, right? You have like that 3 lives or whatever at level 2. So now you're like going through level 2 as a new room, whatever, and you fail, right? Now you're starting back again at the beginning of level 2, right? Now you got 2 lives left. You're attempting to run again, but if you don't complete that level 2, you probably restart again. Now you only have 1 life left, right? You're gonna attempt again. If you fail this time, that's it. You going back to level 1. So that's kind of it's kind of the analogy of how those support and the back test, like why back test is ideally a good thing. Hope that helps. Smelling like bullish tomorrow, more like smelling like BS tomorrow. The market gonna BS us all. More like a big trap. Show the 2018 crash chart. Oh, show it, man. I don't want to FUD people like that, man. I think people suffer enough pain already. Do we need to FUD this over here? Alright. I'm not trying to FUD you guys, okay? We're not trying to FUD. I just want to give you guys expectation. Actually, I'm gonna go with the least bearish chart. The least bearish version. The least bearish version was in January 2018, kind of like where we're at now, right? Market came down early February, and market came down a little bit, and then we had a nice rally back up in February, in early February. Back tested the MOB line over here, drop a little bit lower again. Everybody thought market was gonna die as it broke the previous support here, right? So then it rallied back again, rally above it, back testing the support, rally again, back test, failed the back test, broke under, and then, you know, gave people no idea what was going on, went above it again, making a higher high. So now that it's making a higher high, everybody that's doing technical analysis is like, oh, higher high, higher low must mean hella bullish, right? So then came down and just trapped anybody that was trading on the technical analysis side. They would have gone dunzo here because they would be like higher high, higher low, must be ultra bullish, must be higher highs. That didn't happen, so it came down, trapped people, and just chopped in this lower range for a while. So that happened in January. It didn't end until like probably like May. So that's a lot of chop. That was also a time where we also raised interest rate. So I think we'll probably get something similar. We're gonna get a lot of chop like this, a lot of like a lot of games being played on us, and there's gonna be a lot of weird technical things that they're gonna do to mess with us. So I'm not saying technical is BS, but just saying play accordingly, knowing that they're gonna play 3D chess with us. Did we go through Amazon Snapchat? We went through Amazon earnings. We didn't necessarily go through we didn't necessarily go through the technical levels and things like that. On the technical level, actually, if you look at Amazon, right? I don't know if you guys can see this. Do you guys know what I'm looking at? I'm sure you guys know this. It's very easy. So on the technical level, this is actually really it's really ideal pattern, right? One of two ways here, either going to be a bullish double bottom patterns or a break under, right? The break under would have actually required the rejection from like around here, which we almost touched, didn't really touch. So, but we also actually had a pretty interesting rejection here too. Yesterday, it came to that same area rejection that we had on Facebook. So it wasn't hard for a lot of people to see like that huge collapse, because if we had collapse, there weren't going to be any support. I mean, there's some minor support at 2400 that people were thinking about, but that wasn't gonna, like, if it was gonna pull a Facebook, that wasn't gonna hold. It was probably gonna go 2100s or 2000s. So that was an interesting move. Where are we now? We're at 3200. So that's the top of the double bottom pattern. Look, did we just finish the double bottom pattern already? The hell? Hmm. That was weird. 3,300 has been in a hard area though, as well, because you can see all the other times we hit that $3,300 area, and Amazon struggled too. So look, um, we're looking at 3,300 area, right? Right here, right here, right here, right here, right? Um, a little bit in this area. So it's definitely a huge, like, definitely a very interesting zone. I wouldn't necessarily say 100% Amazon puts, because it's so hard to play Amazon puts, right? You got to do either both butterfly or calendar, or like spreads, one way or another. But I mean, the risk and reward there probably, I think is more anything. If anything, I would say like the highest R&R play would probably be on like on doing the Iron Condor tomorrow, looking for more premium burn. But before you do any puts, check the analyst rating tomorrow to see what Wall Street is thinking. You know, it will tell you like what all the analysts are thinking, whether the analysts are thinking, you know, lower price target to high price targets. So based on that, you're gonna be able to make a better decision on puts or calls, or maybe no play. Sometimes the best play is no play. What else? So should we even look at Snapchat? Is there even anything to look at? Coming a little resistance on the MOB line here. Also a little bit of previous support here. Next level is over here around 43s. These are pretty easy range you can draw yourself. Like right here, this little level over there. And then, you know, the levels here. So it could get a little rejection tomorrow. If it doesn't open above 38, it's probably going to come back down a little bit. If it does open, it could potentially run to 43s. That could carry the whole sector. And then you know, maybe Bill Ackman will come out tomorrow and be like, hey, I am buying some Facebook. Or maybe he'll come out and say, I already bought Facebook. So we'll see. New Zealand's benchmark fell. I gotta say, man, this is crazy. If you think about it, for a like mega cap stock like Facebook to drop 20% plus in a day, I feel like that's almost unheard of, man. Like usually for something like that to happen, it would need to be like a crazy lawsuit. Like back in the day, if something like this happened, you know what you would need, man? It would have to be like Zuckerberg had killed somebody, you know, or Zuckerberg like was involved in a class action molesting lawsuit or something like that, you know. It would have to be something so ridiculous for them to drop 20%, man. But we dropped 20% on a net earnings. It wasn't even that crazy. I mean, they said they were gonna lose. Like they said they were gonna make $10 billion less money or something like that, or $10 million less money, from the ad revenue due to the Apple's iPhone change. But they're gonna make that money back, and it's not even like they're gonna make less money than last year. They're still gonna make around the same money as last year. So it's not a major hit, but it was weird. It was surprising. But I think that's pretty much it for today. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow to go over the rest of the earnings from RAGN, CBOE, RCL, and Brookfield, and CPI. But thanks for stopping by, hang out with us, guys, and have a good night. Hold on, let me see this comment. RCL's ER is tomorrow morning. I was planning to buy puts, but I thought the stock is manipulated. ER has nothing to do with the prices up and down. That's true. The stock is kind of manipulated. Oh, um, actually, believe it or not, I think RCL should be up after hours. Oh, it's not. Because did you know that RCL and Amazon are actually in the same sector? Believe it or not. How crazy is that? And the reason behind that is because Amazon isn't actually they aren't actually considered a cloud company. They are considered a like consumer discretionary type of company, right? So they aren't really considered a tech company, depending on like major ETF wise. So because they're considered as a consumer discretionary company, because of the Amazon store and Whole Foods and things like that, so they actually put them in the same sector as Royal Caribbean because cruises is consumer discretionary. Consumer discretionary means like if you have excessive funds, and you want to go on vacation, treat yourself, enjoy yourself, then you would go on a cruise. So same thing as like Amazon. So they're assuming that hey, if you have excessive funds, you're doing well, life is good, you shop on Amazon, as opposed to like Dollar Tree General or Dollar General. But yeah, that's it. I hope that helped. Take care and have a good night, guys.